Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have announced that they are going to be returning to New York City for the first ever in-person summit for their Archewell Foundation. However, is there a secret reason as to why they're returning to New York City? I believe so. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more details in this Daily Nerd starting right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness. Yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we? So in the last 24 hours, it has been announced that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are going to be returning to New York City. What could possibly go wrong, right, guys, based on their last visit? Nevertheless, they are returning, and this is for the Archewell Foundation Parents' Summit, which will focus on addressing the ways that social media is affecting young people's mental health. They've invited parents whose children have been affected by this, and this will be Archewell Foundation's first ever in-person event. Now, I'm going to go on to provide you with a little bit more background information and the receipts to prove, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, the secret reason as to why Hazard and Megxie are returning to New York City. And as far as I'm concerned, it is absolutely despicable. Now, as luck would have it, guys, this is all happening on World Mental Health Day. And on that same day, Prince William and Princess Catherine are also doing events as well. Most notably, they're going to be attending a forum for young people in Birmingham in conjunction with BBC Radio 1. According to Kensington Palace, the event will bring together 100 youngsters to discuss how they manage their emotions and to talk about the mental health challenges that their generation faces. To give a little bit more context on what Prince William and Princess Catherine are doing, because I think it's very admirable. So what they're doing is they are holding an event called Exploring Our Emotional Worlds, bringing together 100 young delegates nominated by 10 leading mental health and youth engagement charities to start a conversation about how they manage their emotions and how they can be supported to build their resilience and protected factors, such as healthy relationships, which make it easier to navigate bumps in the road as they go through life. It will feature famous faces from Radio 1 and the wider mental health space, and provide a space for young people to talk about the specific mental health challenges that their generation faces, explore what more they could do to understand and manage their emotions, and discuss the solutions that could support them to better look after their own and each other's mental well-being. As far as I am concerned, guys, let's get to the meat and potatoes of all of this. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are returning to New York City to do this summit to completely try and overshadow in the press what Prince William and Princess Catherine are doing on the exact same day. For them to choose New York City is, as far as I'm concerned, an absolutely calculated move. Why? Because of what happened the last time they were in New York City earlier on this year. A little bit of a recap. Meghan Markle attended the Ms. Foundation Awards. She won, won an award, right? But soon after, drama followed when they claimed they were in a near catastrophic car chase involving the paparazzi. However, the NYPD, the mayor, the taxi driver, even the paparazzi themselves were like, what are you chatting shiz for, right? So them returning to New York City literally after that all happened, think about it. Everyone and their dog is going to be watching Megxie and Hazard like a hawk to see if they try and, I don't know, create some more freaking drama, right? And by that happening, it means that less eyeballs then are going to be towards Prince William and Princess Catherine and all the admirable work that they're doing for World Mental Health Day back in the UK, right? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And let me bring you the receipts, because let's compare what they all did for World Mental Health Day last year. in 2022. So let's start with Prince William and Princess Catherine, right? So last year for World Mental Health Day, they were presenting a BBC Radio 1 show. They had recorded a special programme for BBC Radio 1's Newsbeat to mark World Mental Health Day. Prince William and Princess Kate announced on Monday's Newsbeat show that their discussion on the importance of mental health would be broadcast the following day. Princess told BBC Radio 1 listeners, quote, that Newsbeat will sound slightly different. And then Prince William then said, quote, as part of World Mental Health Day, Catherine and I have recorded a special programme taking over the radio to talk about the importance of mental health. He says you could be living one life 1 minute and something massively changes and you realise you don't necessarily have the tools or the experience to be able to tackle that. And then Princess Kate also told listeners that she would love to know how they look after their own mental health, which was followed by a guest then explaining to the royal couple his approach. So this time last year for World Mental Health Day, Prince William and Princess Catherine were just as active to promote mental health and did so much work to promote it and to get even more awareness around it, right? Let's compare it to what Hazza and Megzy did this time last year for World Mental Health Day, right? So Hazza, well, firstly, he attended an online discussion with the winners of Well Child. Last year, he was unable to attend because of the unfortunate death of Queen Elizabeth II. So to make up for him not being able to attend last year, he did an online discussion with them instead through Zoom or something along those lines, right? What else, though, happened? Well, they announced that Archewell had partnered with the Ving Project, a movement that empowers teens to give to others, to invest a staggering $1 million to nominate a woman who's inspired them and defied life's hardships. Okay, fair enough. But I don't see anywhere in this, with the Well Child situation and this Ving Project situation, anything to do with mental health, right? Well, we'll get on to that now. And so here, it then explains that Archewell announced that they are marking World Mental Health Day by partnering with Project Healthy Minds. If an episode of Archetypes brought up certain feelings, there's a resource guide that's an excellent place to start. So they literally, right, guys, coincided celebrating, honouring World Mental Health Day with Megsy's freaking podcast. It wasn't altruistic at all, okay? This was them promoting her stupid podcast via charitable efforts to promote World Mental Health Day. And that's all they did for World Mental Health Day, based on my research from last year. That's all they did. They didn't lift a finger. It was just, oh, we're partnering up for World Mental Health Day with Project Healthy Minds in conjunction with, you know, the Archetypes freaking podcast. That's it. That's all they did. Compare that, right, to Prince William and Princess Catherine's major efforts to promote and honour World Mental Health Day last year, where they literally did a show on BBC Radio to promote and honour that day. They did that for altruistic means. Megzy and Hazza did it in conjunction with Archetypes podcast. To me, that is freaking disgusting, right? Disgusting. So they do that, right, last year, okay? This year, what do? Oh, they're returning to New York City. Oh, and it just serendipitously clashes with what Prince William and Princess Catherine are doing for this year's Mental Health Day, right? Oh, come on, guys. If you're not seeing it by now, you'll never see it, okay? They didn't give a shiz, as far as I'm concerned, about World Mental Health Day last year. Why? Because they used it to freaking promote their own podcast, as far as I'm concerned. They used it for their own personal means, in my opinion, rather than for altruistic means. In comparison to what Prince William and Princess Catherine did last year. Fast forward this year, though, and it seems to be a whole new kettle of fish, you know. They're going to be in person, Harry and Meghan, in New York City for an Archewell Foundation Parents Summit. On the face of it, it looks innocent enough. But when you know that it then clashes with what Prince William and Princess Catherine are doing on World Mental Health Day, that they've done every single year, right? And you know that Prince Harry and Meg's return to New York City is going to elicit more eyeballs on them simply because they're returning to New York City the first time since that whole near catastrophic car chase with the paparazzi, right? To me, it only means one thing, right? Last year, they didn't give a shiz about World Mental Health Day because they used it to freaking promote our Archetypes podcast. Absolutely disgusting, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. This year, it seems like they've had a change of heart, but it ain't really, as far as I'm concerned. They're returning to New York City for two reasons. Firstly, to try and repair their reputation based on what happened the last time they were in New York City. But the second reason, a more secret, insidious, disgusting reason, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, is that they're returning to New York City on the same day that Prince William and Princess Catherine are doing their own thing for World Mental Health Day to try and get as many eyeballs on them rather than Prince William and Princess Catherine, to try and ruin Prince William and Princess Catherine's efforts and try and uplift their own instead. Because their return to New York City means that so many people are going to be watching them like a hawk to see, is there any new drama that Harry and Meghan are going to cocked up? Same as what happened the last time they were in New York City, right, guys? In freaking sane. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories and whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about Harry and Meg's return to New York City, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.